Everybody's crazy. Did y'all hear that? That man don't want that Jackie guy. I can't, child. This episode of Married to Medicine was entertaining, I would say. But I was a little confused. Well, we'll talk about it after this brief introduction. Let's go.
Ready or not? Ready or not? Here I come. Can't hide. Gonna find you and then yo. I play my enemies like a game of chess where I rest. No stress, no success.
Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am B. Renee, and this is B. Renee Says, where I talk about my life in the entertainment industry as a working professional, and all-around reality TV buff, and I also talk about relationships and everything in between. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of any video I drop. Now let's get into it. So the episode picks back up where the ladies are at this dinner for Brandy, I believe it is, the newbie. Brandy, who is a friend to the show. It is her birthday dinner that her husband sponsored, and they are wrapping that up. And this opening scene, they're talking about how much a husband spends on a party for his wife, or if he participates in the planning, or if he takes over the planning, It just kind of sounded like Dr. Contessa was, I don't know, a little envious because Scott was not involved in the planning of her actual birthday party, which was on the previous episode. But again, it just sounded like a lot of hating, maybe a little jealousy, and she is a newbie, so there you have it. In the same scene, we see Simone and Dr. Heavenly sit down. Dr. Simone and Dr. Heavenly sit down for a conversation, just about life and about what Dr. Heavenly is dealing with her son. She talks about how her son left the house and she hadn't seen him in, I think, over a month or something like that. This is the most vulnerable I've ever seen Heavenly on camera. I'm not sure if it's just playing up for storyline because she is running for Congress, or if she's just trying to, like I said, maybe water down what she does on the show to maybe give her a better image as far as being a political figure. Not sure. That's just my opinion, but would like to know what you guys think. So sound down in the comments if you have a different perspective. So y'all know Miss Quad is on her IVF journey. In this particular scene, they are going to see Dr. Jackie. Quad and her boyfriend King are using Jackie as a local doctor. And then she also has a doctor over in Ghana that she's using for her IVF journey. This was like I wouldn't say a filler scene, but it was what it was as far as the scene is concerned. That's basically what it was about. Just about her getting her blood work done and all the preliminary testing and all those things. Okay, so the next scene, we're talking about Toya and Eugene. And the basis of this episode really is surrounded by them and what happened at their party. But this particular scene, they're talking about this salacious group chat that these ladies have. And there was a bag that was left at Brandy's party. Toya, being petty as she is, asked in the group chat whose fake ass bag is this. They left, and it happened to be Heavenly's, and we know how Heavenly does. So I'm going to show you the screenshots of the actual text messages from the scene so we can break it down. Now, child, Heavenly come back and says, "Baby, that purse was mine, but my house is paid." Now, we all know where Heavenly is going with this as far as saying her house is paid. Toya has had 4 houses, I think. This might be the 5th house. I got a couple of screenshots. I got a screenshot of house 2, 3, and 4. So I think it was 4 houses. This is the 5th house that she's in. So, of course, Heavenly made that little, she came back with that little snide comment remark because she knows it gets under Toya's skin. And this particular party that she's preparing for basically sounds like so she can get acceptance from her so-called friends in the circle. That was the only reason why she had the party, which was kind of weird. But we'll talk about that a little later on. Now, in this scene, both Eugene and Toya said the same thing. Eugene was like, it should be the house is paid that was bought 35 years ago, which is exaggerating. But the text message shows that the house was built in 2006. So, yeah, the house should be paid off. But we all know where this is going. Where this whole conversation stems from is Toya and her instability. So, I'm not going to read it. Y'all see it up there on the screen where she said, she was basically saying she was in between patients and talking about her man's genitalia and all those things. Because, again, Toya has brought all this on herself as far as the things she has said in the show, and they're simply repeating what she has said. I appreciate her being transparent, but to me it gets to a point where it's a little too far as far as making jokes or putting things out there at Eugene's expense. So then Toya says, let me go love on my family and friends who love me. This is so high school. Consider these women are in their 40s plus, over 40. I think Quad might be she's not the youngest anymore. She's 44. So yeah, again, even the newbies that are younger, are a little more mature. Like, I love Dr. Mimi, and we'll talk about Dr. Mimi and her scene with her husband Steve and her kids shortly. Now, I did want to throw this scene in here and just talk very briefly about Dr. Mimi and Steve Sanders, their children, their son, I think he's Steve Jr., and their daughter Savannah. Cute kids. I think they're 8 and 7, or 7 and 8 respectively. But their son is autistic, and he struggles sometimes. In this particular scene, he hit his sister for no reason. Of course, them being that age and being babies, she was upset. So what they did was they pulled over and they switched sides. They had Dr. Mimi got in the back with her son, and then Savannah came in the front with her dad. And so they were just talking about their journey as parents of a special needs child and how challenging it could be. I don't know firsthand how that feels, but I do have people in my family with children, friends with children who are on the spectrum or, autistic and things of that nature. And it does take a patient, steady hand to raise children who have special needs. So big ups to them. It's got to be very heartbreaking, just the things here and there that happen. It can be chaotic, I'm sure. But big ups to Dr. Mimi and her husband Steve and their family, and definitely continuing to pray for them on their journey with the special needs child. So this is the second house. I missed a clip of the first house, and then they showed house number 3 as well as house number 4. So this has got to be the 5th house that Toya and Eugene have had. I don't understand why they move like they move when it comes to house purchases. I'm not sure if these are just leasing or are they buying and reselling. I don't know. So this next housewarming, the latest one, the guests are arriving, and Cecil and Simone are first ones to get there. I think Heavenly and Dr. Damon came, and there was Mimi, Dr. Steve, and so everyone is arriving slowly but surely. And as the guests are arriving, Toya just seems like really on edge. And then there's a previous scene, I think that she just really is looking for acceptance from her so-called friends in this circle, because they're always jonesing or joking on her about her home and purchases and things like that. So we see that Toya wants to play a game. She comes out of the house. She's telling Eugene that she's going to set it up and get the guys in shape before the couple's trip. The guys are kind of sitting around just not wanting to really, just chill, obviously, based on King's response, as well as Dr. Steve, and I believe Curtis. They all were looking like they really just wanted to do what they were doing, which was chilling. But she comes out of the house, wants to set up this game, and then all hell breaks loose in this next clip. I got it for you. Hold tight. Okay, I apologize, y'all, for my little rickety bootleg footage. I was in front of my TV doing something. I was like, you know what? Let me record this clip. But it's okay. You got the real life video, real life, what was going on with me at that day. I digress. So anyway, to sum up this video, y'all, Toya was acting the ass and acting the fool the whole time. Pretty much. That's all I really have to say about this video. But please tell me what you think. Did you like the episode? How do you feel about Toya? Do you feel like she emasculates her husband? I think she does 110%. He may be okay with it, but it's just the way it comes across on TV. And I know it's just television, but they edit down a whole lot. So it could be a whole lot that we're missing, that we're just getting, the stuff for drama, which is what they usually drum up anyway. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video and taking the time out to listen to my commentary for Married to Medicine, Season 12. This is Episode 4. And that's all I got for you until the next video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of any video I drop. And with that being said, I will either hear from you or see you in the next video.